In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Little Nightmares. The only thing I have to say before we start the review is that I'm not going to be comparing Little Nightmares 1 to Little Nightmares 2. Let's go ahead and start the review. Little Nightmares is a few things. It has puzzles, platforming, and hide and seek mechanics. Let's start with the puzzles. The puzzles I think are good. They are not too hard and not too easy. For example, the puzzles are not just here's a locked door and you need a key and here's the key in front of the door. They are also not too hard, so you won't spend 30 minutes on a single puzzle wondering how to solve it. I think the platforming is fine except for one thing. Sometimes when you try to jump from point A to point B, it seems like you can make the jump and then you jump, miss the platform, and fall into the void. This did not happen all the time, but sometimes it did. Besides that, I think the platforming is fine. So what the hide and seek mechanics are is where you see the boss enemy and you have to sneak past the boss enemy to get into the next room. If you get caught, you die and you respawn at your last checkpoint. This mechanic is functional and fun, so it's good. No complaints for it. The boss fights are puzzles, and I think all of them are good. My favorite boss is the janitor. I really like his aesthetic the best, and I think his level is the creepiest level in the game. I want to talk about the aesthetic of this game. I think the aesthetic in this game looks really good. I don't really have much else to say about the aesthetic besides that it is really good, in my opinion. I think the base game is pretty good, so let's move on to DLC levels. The DLC levels I thought were just as good as the base game levels. The only DLC level that I disliked was the one where you use triangle dudes to solve puzzles. Their AI is pretty bad. I had one of the triangle dudes get pushed through a wall because he couldn't detect that he was about to hit a wall to let go of the minecart, so the minecart pushed him through the wall into the other room. Sometimes I would also just lose them, like they would just disappear. Some of them got caught on to something and I would have to pick them up to make them unstuck, or sometimes they would just reappear. Besides that level, I think all the other DLC levels are good. The game is pretty short. I was able to beat the base game and DLC levels in 7 hours, but just because the game was short does not mean the game is bad in my opinion. Now it is time to score the game. I'm giving Little Nightmares a score of 3. Anyways, that's about it. See ya.